And once he lost his control over himself, then his behavior, sometimes it's wayward, unrealistic, unlogical, using bad words, unnecessary aggression, which is against the policies and principles of an organizational culture. So critical incident is another method. Last one, that is we are going to call it as a field review. Field review means the evaluator does not belong to the employee's department. A person not belong to his department is going to give his opinion about the performance of the employee. So these are the methods of performance appraisal: pair comparison method, rating scale, forced choice description method, checklists, free essay method, critical incidents method, and field review method. I will move towards the next slide where we are going to discuss future oriented methods of performance appraisal. Management by objectives. Now this method is given by Peter Drucker in the year 1950. He talked about that. Manager and subordinates will come together, teammates will come together with the leader, and they will finalize the objectives. And in this, by using this method, what are the standards are fixed, objectives are finalized, the manager will do the measure the actual performance and he will compare it, which will help him to rate the employees. This is management by objectives. So me and my teammate, me and my subordinate will sit together and we will finalize. Okay, now this year we are going to attract 1,000 good candidates, best candidates towards our organization. Okay, at the end of the year we are going to see this was our target. He has agreed for that. He has attracted 1,050 candidates. Okay, this is through management by objective. I am evaluating the performance of my teammate. Second one is the psychological appraisal. Professional psychologist will come in picture in this particular method. With a different psychological test, they will evaluate the individual. But they are not going to evaluate the past performance of the individual. It will be a scanning of that individual. It will be a scanning of that particular employee. Analysis of that particular employee. What are the strengths? What are the areas where he is not up to the mark? And from this will be from the point of view of mental stability, which will help the organization to take a decision related to promoting him to a particular position. Because that is maybe a decision-making position where he has to keep calm and cool, and every time he is going to face adverse situations and he has to deliver in that situations. Whether he is able to handle that stress. So this will be done through psychological appraisals, where we are going to take the help of experts from the field of psychology. Another important method is again an assessment center. Here again, the employee will be evaluated. They will try to, assessment center people will try to find out the reasons for decreasing the performance of that particular employee. They will try to find out not only these reasons, they will also try to find out what are his strengths, what are his interest areas, where he can do well. And they are also going to design the interventions. They are also going to plan things for the development of that particular employee by getting the information from him about in which area he's not that much strong. So assessment centers are going to help. Now we'll take the example. We are going to, an individual is working in finance department. his performance is okay. He come to assessment center. They have evaluated that individual, and they found that okay, he's working in finance, but he's a very good drafting skills, and also he's can draft technical drafts. He can prepare. He's having this ability. So instead of he don't have interest in finance. Instead of putting him in finance, it is better that we can shift him to a department where he will prepare manuals for our machineries, where he will prepare manuals for the processes which we are carrying out. So this type of work we can give to that individual. But who is going to give this information? When assessment centers are going to play the role of evaluator in performance appraisal process, then only this information will come out about that individual, and then only we will be in position to give this type of roles to the individual. See, every time it is not like that employees are having weaknesses. They are having different areas, interest areas, and if we are going to give them the chance there, definitely they are going to deliver the best for the organization in that particular area. So we should find out. Another example, one of your clerk, his performance is not up to the mark. Why? When we came to assessment center, we have evaluated him. The reason came out. We found that he is not interested in doing just drafting and other thing. He is very good. He wants something related to the hardware of the computer, and he is good into that. So instead of putting him in any department as a clerk, for example, clerk for marketing department, it is better that we have to shift him to IT department, where he is already having knowledge, he is having the interest, and definitely in that case, the employee will give his best, and his performance will be on the higher side. Assessment centers scientifically analyze the employee's performance. 360-degree performance appraisal. We have talked about this. 360-degree evaluation from all the side. An employee, above him is manager, he is going to evaluate. Below him, subordinates, they are also going to evaluate this particular their manager, employee. Peer team members, they are also going to evaluate the performance of the employee. So from all possible directions, people who are coming in the circumference of that particular individual, they are going to evaluate that individual. It's a 360-degree performance appraisal method. Too much data will be get collected in this particular by using this method, and analysis will be little bit difficult and critical also. So these are the future-oriented method: management by objectives, psychological appraisal, assessment centers, 360-degree performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is important process in the organization. It is important for organization because it tells organization that who is giving his best for the organization. Who are those because of some reasons are not in position to give their best. As well as it tells organization what we have to do about those who are not giving their best, how we can help them. That's why it is important for organization. It is also important for organization because based on that result of performance appraisal, they can reward people. That's why it is important for organization. If proper performance appraisal results are available, they can give the best package, best reward to the employees. Employees will feel happy and they will remain in that particular organization. That's why it is important for organization. It is important for employees also because it gives a chance to them to evaluate themselves. What is good in me? What are the areas where I can work hard and I can develop myself? What type of help I should take from my organization, from my manager, from my department colleagues? He understands all those things and he can plan accordingly. It is important again for the employees because if they are giving the best, they will get promotion. They will get very handsome package. So that's why it is again important for the employee. So performance appraisal is definitely important for organization as well as for employees. And one of the important benefit of the performance appraisal is that if you are appraising people who are giving you their best, they will be your ambassadors in the society. They will talk good about the organization in society. And without spending any money, your brand building activity will take place in the society. People will not purchase your product, but people will start thinking that my son or my daughter should join this particular organization. People feels that my daughter, my son will be should join in this particular company. For example, Tata Motors. Another example, Infosys, IBM, John Deere. These are the companies where people want to join. Why? It is because of their brand ambassadors which are present in the society. People are observing them. And when they are observing them, their perception is becoming about those companies, and that perception is positive. And that's why they want to join. They want their next generation to join the organization. And that's why appraisal process is important. Friends, today we have discussed about performance appraisal, definition part, features, as well as we have discussed about the process of performance appraisal, different methods of performance appraisal, and importance of performance appraisal. Thank you.